there's very little surprise in the team that's been picked to go to South Africa, except for a couple of things. I thought there would be 16, and so I didn't have a second wicketkeeper in my team on the assumption that KL Rahul could be an emergency backup, but budgets are not an issue these days, and also the reserve wicketkeeper can then come in and keep wickets as a substitute now, and that means Parthiv Patel's presence as backup for Ridhiman Saha becomes even more important. So given that rule, I think it's not a bad selection at all. And Jasprit Bumrah. Actually, in my team, Bumrah would have been the fourth pick behind Mohammad Shami, Bhuvneshwar Kumar and Ishant Sharma. I actually would have looked at Umesh Yadav later and would have had a discussion on whether we pick Umesh Yadav or whether we go in with Kuldeep Yadav. But they probably think that Kuldeep Yadav is a little too raw. That's one they must have had a lot of discussion over. And given that Hardik Pandya had to be in the side, then that cut down on the number of options. So from that point of view, you go with the captain's call sometimes. I mean, I'm sure the selectors in this 17 picked about 14, 15 themselves and then said, what do you think about Bumrah? What do you think about Parthiv Patel? And I think that is where that selection happened. Otherwise, this is the best team that India could have put out. I don't think there's a batsman out there who could say, you know, I've scored so many runs, I should have been in there. There's a certain sense of stability to this side, and for the first time I think India can go to South Africa where if the going gets fiery, then India have the bowlers to retaliate. Having said that, it's a very, very difficult tour. It's one tour where India have always been found out, and it'll be very interesting to see how this one goes. But as I said, this is about as good a side that the selectors could have picked.